allied with the Ottomans again. So the Ottomans waited for the truce and then allied Kara. No, there was no truce, was there? I wonder what happened there. Trying to work out what the Ottomans are going to do next. Yeah, I really don't know either. They need to do something, otherwise they are just going to be jumped over by everyone else. Like, Timurids have cut them off. Mamelukes are going after Karakanulu, we've seen that already. They've been cut off by Hungary, and they took none of Hungary before the Commonwealth gobbled it. They could potentially move into Italy. Naples has taken a lot of territory. Naples is actually AI. So maybe that's the direction that the Ottomans want to go, is they ignore the Balkans, ignore the Middle East, and go for Italy. I mean, that's a lot of wealthy territory. And if the Ottomans took that, then they would be scary again. Right now, given the Ottoman-Kara alliance never ended, could it be Kara started the war? I thought it did end. I'm fairly sure that those two weren't allied. But then again, where was the truce? There should be a truce. Too late to see now. I'll ask Calico. No, I'll ask. Is Calico fighting right now? Calico's not fighting. We'll go and ask him. And Calico are the Ottomans. Where is he? Oh yeah, he changed his name. Sorry, not the Ottomans, the Mamluks. Hello.
Hey.
So what happened in the war with Karakanulu?
I attacked Basra, who were guaranteeing them, and I killed them.
Oh, okay. See, I was wondering if you're going after Kara to deny it from the Ottomans.
Oh no, me and the Ottomans are friends.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sending him lots of monies to build his force limit buildings because he has force limit in his ideas, so he's going to build a huge force limit, so he's very...
Fair enough. Do you guys have any plans about the Commonwealth? Because the Commonwealth are blobbing...
well, we're kind of just gathering our strength at the minute. Like, I've made a deal with VJ, where I take his trade from Coromandel, send it to Alexandria, and I sub him in return.
Interesting. That's a good deal.
So I'm, like, losing 60 ducats a month in subs right now, but it's worth it for my stronger ally.
And you are #1 in wealth still, although... No, you're jumping even further ahead. Last time I checked, you were 40 ducats ahead. Now you are 70, 80 ducats ahead of the next player.
Yeah, we are pretty wealthy over here.
Yeah, I can see that. What about Portugal? Portugal is actually starting to steal some money from Coromandel.
And there's not really much I can do about that, because I didn't know that VJ and Portugal were allied, so I can't really do much to that. And I can't really go to India because Timurids are in the way, and I can't take VJ's land because obviously we're allied. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm going to kill Hormuz, and then I'm just going to play very tall. I'm going to get level 3 advisors, devil my farmlands, India. Yeah,
getting level 3 advisors for you is very easy thanks to your Mamluk government.
Yeah, and then I'm going to form Arabia as well.
Reasonable. I mean, if you were in the whole of Arabia. What are their ideas like in comparison to the Mamluk ones?
I don't think they have unique ideas. But they keep the Mamluk government type and they keep the Mamluk idea. I'm just doing it because it's a nicer colour and you get empire status as well.
Fair enough.
For free without having to... Yeah.
Yeah, the Arabian ideas look very similar to the Mamluk ones, if they're not the same.
Oh, did they get different ideas? I didn't know that. I'll have to have a look, see which ones are better.
Let me just double check. Their traditions are manpower, modifier, and land attrition. What's yours? Yours are cavalry combat ability and trade steering. Yeah, they are different. So Arabia has national manpower modifier, land attrition, plus 15% trade steering instead of the 25 you have right now. Cavalry cost reduced by 10%. Cavalry flanking 25. Unrest reduced by 1. Missionary plus 1. Global trade plus 10. Land leader maneuver plus 1. So they're fast. Plus 1 prestige, plus 1 leader shock. So their cavalry are good, but there's no actual cavalry bonuses with the exception of the leader shock.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
It's not really that good, no.
Because I have discipline in my national ideas as Mamluks as well, which is nice. But
Mamluk ideas are really strong. Because, yeah, you have the plus 10 cav, combat cav. You have the trade steering plus 25, which is huge, actually.
Yeah, it's really good. I didn't know that quite a lot of the provinces on the Nile get that granary of the Mediterranean, so they get more goods produced.
Yeah, but it's mostly just grain.
Well, like I have dev'd up Rashid to level 20 dev, and I made it a world port, so it gives me like 4 ducats a month, the province.
Yeah, 3.5, 2.2 being from grain, which is actually really impressive
Yeah.
for grain. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, not too
And
bad.
They have the farm estate, so yeah, okay. So, going well in the Mamluks then, basically.
Yeah, I think we're in the richest trade node in the world now, which just feels good, man.
Sevilla was a moment ago. Oh no, you're way ahead of them.
Feels good, man.
Because I
But
think they were comparing to Genoa, but yeah, they've gone ahead of Genoa, and now you've gone ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm just investing all of my money into trade ports to prevent them stealing as much money. Because if you look at Alexandria, 7 ducats leave a month.
Yep.
So, just
trying to think if there's any ways that you can prevent that. The only one I can think of would be privateering.
yeah, like I've built up my light ship, my light ship fleet, and I've improved all of the things to 2 and 3. So there's not much I can really do about it.
Fair enough. And you've been building marketplaces, I assume.
Oh yeah, I've got them all over the place.
Good.
Now I'm just working on the Gulf of Aden to send even more money to.
Yeah, locking down the Gulf of Aden's important, otherwise the Europeans will steal all your money.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack Hormuz, I think, now.
Do you have any agreements with Ethiopia?
We're just going to be friends, I think. I don't really want to go down there. It's not really much there for me.
Fair enough.
It's all quite bad trade goods.
And what about helping Mali get revenge on the Dutch?
I haven't really talked much to Mali, actually. I probably should. He's in a bit of debt, so I might have to pay that off.
You really are the Bank of Africa, aren't you?
But I actually didn't know how much money I make compared to everyone else. It's like pretty stupid.
Yep. Mamluks are really strong. Like, I'm amazed that people always shy away from Mamluks. I think it's because they used to be junk, but since Cradle of Civilization, they're amazing.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah. Well, the Ottomans are definitely benefiting from this alliance, seeing as I'm sending him like loads of money.
Well, that is the way to do it. As long as you're okay with the potential that they might backstab you. It's unlikely if you're basically paying for everything because you can just turn the tap off. But yeah, being the financial hub for a military power is usually a good combo.
Me and the Ottomans were kind of scared at the start of the game because I think it was the Netherlands. They came in here and was like, Ottomans, you need to mobilize your armies, like implying it's going to be attacked. So we were like, oh my god, this is kind of a bit bad. Mm-hmm. But nothing ever happened. I guess they attacked Muscovy and they thought that the Ottomans would join.
Except the Ottomans weren't allied with Muscovy, were they?
Yeah, they were, but he broke with them.
Ah, okay.
It's just a shame that Al-Andalus isn't here because he's quite a strong. Oh, and he's being killed right now.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, he is. Yeah, thanks to the League War, which nobody joined from the player side.
Well, I would have joined it if I wasn't in Africa. You can't join if you're not in the same continent as the League War. So.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I was going to join the Protestant when I saw like Austria, the Commonwealth on there. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be an easy win and I'll get the juicy bonuses, but it never happened.
The League War is already at 92% for the Protestants.
Yeah.
They're crushing them.
I've also got a pretty thick alliance chain. This was not what I had when I was Castile. Feels good.
You're in a different situation. I think that you're playing the diplomatic game a hell of a lot better. Like, it's good to fund people. People always need funding.
Well, as Castile, I didn't really have that much money, but now I'm loaded, so I guess I've got a lot more options.
So yeah, I think the game plan for you is to remain loaded, because there are definitely going to be people gunning for your cash.
Well, yeah, definitely the colonizers. Well, probably Portugal in general. Me and Andalus might probably come up with an agreement where he sends his trade to me. We were thinking about that before next session, but he wasn't. Yeah, it should be quite good. Hopefully you get global trade here in the Alexandria. That'd be nice.
Good. Well, carry on.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yep, see you later.
See you.
So, that was the perspective from Mamelukes, who was after Basra rather than Karakanulu, and that allowed the Ottomans to restore their alliance with Karakanulu. So it was kind of done with the Ottoman permission. And obviously, the funding is going on, which I hadn't realised. So if we actually have a look at the Mameluke outgoings right now, they are sending 63 ducats, 30 to Vijayanagara, and 30 to the Ottomans. How much are they actually claiming from Coromandel? 12. Which is going to get converted up. They're getting 16 out of Gulf of Aden. They could do with controlling the Gulf a bit more.
Mordred, I think we're going to have to do a rehost because everybody's like lagging way behind.
Okay, rehost fine.
And it's offset, so.
No worries. How's the League War going?
All right.
It's like every
So
single
I'm gonna,
player against what should be Seraphicus, but he's not here.
Yeah, everybody's doing it, so we're going to do a rehost, and I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going through telling the other players. Yeah, fair enough. Is Austria letting Andalusia bleed on purpose? I doubt it. It's actually really difficult to get a League War peace deal because they have the minus 50% wish for peace. I don't even know if I can see peace deals. No, I can't. Oh, I can. It's against Brunswick, isn't it? Yeah, see, Brunswick's still on medium war enthusiasm. They're not going to want to peace out. They could white peace. But already you can see the... Where is it? Religious League War CB minus 50%. Reasons for peace. It's actually really hard to peace out them. You have to completely annihilate them, basically. Especially if you actually want to take stuff rather than a white peace. In fact, they can't do a white peace. They have to get the positive thing, which I think is a 50 score. So they can't do it until Brunswick becomes low war enthusiasm. While they're on medium, they won't do it. Alright, so bear with us just a moment here as we rehost the game. This being multiplayer, issues do happen. Say lightship fleet 10 times fast. Lightship fleet, lightship fleet, lightship fleet, lightship fleet, lightship fleet, lightship fleet, lightship fleet. I know that was about 7, but hey, that'll do. So what's happened today till now? Muscovy has been broken in half. The League War is kicked off with only no players on the Catholic side. I mean, technically Andalusia is on the Catholic side, but Andalusia is not actually here this evening. So it's basically like 7 players versus 0. We were talking to the Mamluks about how they're making tons and tons of cash from many, many different sources. We don't have any music, do we? I just realised that. Whoops. Nobody mentioned anything. That was entirely my bad. Sorry about that. Right, I'm just going to go and... Actually, I don't think I need to. I was going to say I'm going to go and hide things while I go and rejoin the game.
Server's up, Mordred.
Cool. I'll be joining momentarily. Except it's not joining. Ah, there we go. No Hearts of Iron today, no. Considering how much I've done over the past week, I need a break. How many hours have I done? 8, 16, 24, 32... I've done 48 hours of Hearts of Iron. Probably more than that, because I was often going overtime. But it will be back again next week, so just keep checking the channel here in the description below. I'll post up a schedule, or I'll put a schedule up on my Discord, which you can find at this link here. Long time since I played EU4. Yeah, I do plan to play a bit more this week. Like, this is just me in Observer mode, because it's the community multiplayer clash. But I had an absolutely enormous backlog of EU4, and I am through a fair chunk of it. So we'll be continuing the Port Royale series, probably. At least my country is not part of Spain in this one. You're from Portugal, right? Because I think you'll quite like what Portugal's done. Because it's not so much that your country is part of Spain, it's more that Spain is part of Portugal. Once the load is done, you'll see what I mean. It's not all of it. You've not taken the whole of Spain. Palgrin, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Lucateja and Auspi, welcome to the channel. Is the UK part of France? No. The UK is part of Denmark, part of Ireland, and part of Holland. And at one point was part of Andalusia as well, but not at the moment. Bear in mind that this is not the load. This is just default. This is the starting situation in 1444. The situation right now is quite radically different. 95%. We're getting there. We're getting there. There it is. So I think we're entering the final stages of the consolidation stage. Show you the whole world. I'll do that when we're in the game. I don't have control of all of my fancy observer skills just yet. Oh, yes I do. There you go, there's the whole world. I didn't realise that happened. In fact, I can show you who the players are, although they're still loading in, so it's not going to be very accurate. So I wonder what the Congo is going to do next. If they have exploration, they could start colonizing the rest of Central Africa, which would put them up against Busoga, Utapa and Kilwa, and these two especially are extremely wealthy. Portugal's already in South Africa, so they'll need to move relatively quickly to secure this. Mali, I think, is just trying to consolidate West Africa. And they've already butted heads against Holland and Portugal, but I doubt that will happen again, because they've already taken the centre of trade, which is down here. Or have they? No, Gabu's the centre of trade. See, if I was one of the Europeans, I'd be after that province right there. So Mali is not out of danger yet. Mamluks, as we've seen, are doing pretty well. They're making tons of cash. Agreements with the Ottomans and with Vijayanagara, which is an interesting idea. If I was Vijayanagara, I'm not sure I'd be quite so eager to sell my trade like that, but he's already making those deals. I do wonder what the deal between them and Portugal was, because that is a wealthy chunk of territory with a lot of centres of trade, so they can really control the Coromandel money from there. He's really up. Timurid's pushing north. They haven't really gone into India at all. So they're taking over the not very valuable territories of the north, but they are going to be cutting off the Commonwealth. So I reckon the Commonwealth is going to be like this big. After that, where's the Commonwealth going to go? Iberia? Not Iberia. Anatolia? Maybe? Greece? Balkans? Vijayanagara trade wealth is not so good until you conquer Gujarat and move trade there. True, but the thing with Coromandel is you can basically control all the trade from the east. With the exception of Malacca. If somebody else takes Malacca, then they can shift the trade straight from Malacca to South Africa. But Coromandel is kind of critical for controlling trade outside of that. So if I was Vijayanagara, I'd be trying to secure Bengal at the very least. Because there is a lot of money here. Like, India, when it comes to trade, is one of the wealthiest, if not the wealthiest area. I'm a new EU4 player mainly because of you. Any advice to have a flourishing economy? Played as Castile and France, but never got more than 15 ducats a month yet. Well, early on, money is hard to come by. It's later on.
Mordred, so we're loading up and getting ready to start playing now. Ethiopia did not join, but Hot Join's still on, so if he comes back.
Okay, does he know?
I don't know. He wasn't in the voice chat, so I don't know.
I would just leave a message in the community multiplayer tab and then just... Okay. That'll do. Thanks.